All right. Hey, Taurus. Welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. This is going to serve for all sun, moon, rising signs of Taurus here for the entire month of July 2020. We're going to be doing a different read than we did in June. Like I said before, we had to split the June's one because it was a lot of heavy energy at once. We're almost at the end of the eclipse cycle with this last full moon eclipse that's getting ready to come up here on the 4th of July here in the U.S. So if you're celebrating, I hope that you are doing it with safety and with love. So we're going to do a different style of reading. We're going to do a 9-card style. And we're also going ahead, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm pulling a couple of oracles. We've got the Oracle of the Dragon. We've got the Oracle of the Fairies. We've got the Rebel deck here. And then if I'm guided to pull anything else, then we will do that. Before I lay down these cards, I just wanted to make sure that I explained that to you. We are going to talk about your past. We're going to talk about your present. We're going to talk about your weaknesses in your environment or things that are hidden that you're not aware of. We're going to get into an air, fire, earth, and water component with the cards. Then we're going to talk about the past that's still in your energy, and then we're going to talk about what the future has for you. So again, this is for Taurus, and we're going to go ahead and start pulling these cards. You know, we still have Mercury in retrograde, reviewing and planning and preparing, of trying to avoid major decisions at this point. We got Jupiter, which is really talking about using this retrograde energy to kind of have some inner growth, reconsider ideas and beliefs. You know, any self-improvement that you can do, including brainstorming. Saturn being in retrograde currently still. Review your goals. Slow down, really. Overcome any challenges. And by doing that, you'll be able to make sure that you can set some boundaries. And the Pluto is talking about making sure that you can purge old habits and addictions. Whatever it is that is the decluttering aspect of your life is what these retrogrades are all about. And so, like I said, we're still in those retrogrades right now. I am happy to say that for you, Taurus, ruled by Venus, that Venus is no longer in retrograde. If you had challenges in the past with communication, if you had, especially when it came to your communication with money or being social with people, expressing your infection, I'm sorry, affections, or you had challenges like your relationship with people, then you should know with it being direct at this point, any of those challenges would have improved. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We've got the first, second, and third card on the deck. Now we're going to go ahead and pull the air sign for you. The fourth card is going to be about air. Okay. Wow. All right. Now let's go and hit your fire. What do we got going on? Okay. I'm not surprised. We got the Five of Pentacles energy. That's all right. Now let's hit your earth. Taurus. You got 2. Wow, you've got a lot. Okay. So you guys know that I love this Psychic Tarot deck because it does have the chakra cards in it. And I know that when a chakra card comes out, that whatever comes next is really an emphasis for what's going on there. So all right. Oh, wow, you got some decent major arcana sitting on the board here, too. All right. We shall take it. Now let's hit your past. I want to know, universe, what are we carrying over? What is Taurus carrying over from the month of June that we need to be aware of? Prosperity. And where are we going to be at the end of the month? Where is Taurus going to be at the end of the month? What's the future card, please? Come on. I know it wants to be that one, but I like them to fall out. Come on. There it is. Okay. We'll take it. At the bottom of the deck, what we have is the Four of Pentacles, which is firm foundation, the way that this card is reading it. I'm just going to put it up here. All right, so I can have some more space. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. So now, here we go. Current energy. This is the present. Right now, what we have is the ace. We've got an ace on the ground. We've got the ace of rods or wands, however you learned to receive that. And this is really talking about passion being ignited for something. So that's currently where you're at, which is Johnny on it. Love it. Now, what we have in the strength area is the Six of Swords, which is moving on. It's moving towards something. It's coming out of troubled waters a little bit. It is being guided by someone. You don't see it in this particular picture. The traditional picture is the one with the boat and the tall figure and the tiny figure, and then someone standing up and then kind of pushing through the river. That would be the guide coming out of challenging waters, but moving forward. So that's great. You know that you're moving towards something that's good. So some of you have gotten back to work. In your weakness area or hidden influences is probably the better way that I want to describe it. Something is hidden that's going on. And so I can see that right now, some of you Taurus are having some problem in the bedroom. You have a significant, your spiritual union, which is what this card is titled here, is being affected by your sacral chakra. So what that is, and it's 2-2, so that's building on something. If there was another 2, it would be the master builder, but you need to build on that foundation. This is a weakness or a hidden influence that's going to affect you this particular month if you're not necessarily being aware of it. Your sacral chakra is your sex center. It is important. Your sex center is where passion is derived from. So this is something that you really should pay attention to this month. And trying to do anything that you can in order to be aware that it could be affecting your partner. If you are not partnered up with somebody at this particular moment, your sacral chakra is, again, a part of passion. It is a part of driving you forward, all right? And it is something that you definitely need to pay attention to. If you are a crystal person like I am, obviously, then I would suggest that you get something that's orange colored. Your sacral chakra will respond well to probably citrine. It will respond well to, let's see, do I have any sitting here in front of me? I really just want to say citrine, but also carnelian will help you as well. The carnelian does help with grounding, but it also does help with that particular area, if you will. You're getting passions reunited. If you have orange kyanite, that will help. It's kind of rare, but that will help. And of course, any clear crystal will be a substitute for any clear quartz will be a substitute for any crystal if you do not happen to have a myriad of crystals. Also, the foods you eat will also help those energy centers within your body. So orange, anything that's orange, oranges, squash, any orange types of foods are designed specifically to help you in that area. Just be aware that it is affecting, there could be some effect on that creativity center for you, okay? And if you're coupled up with someone and that's a challenge, moving forward. Let's go ahead and talk about what's going on in your in your air. So what we have right now in your mental thoughts, your air, your thought process is the authority figure. So we got the Emperor hanging out right now. And okay, so if this is somebody that is and this really is Scorpio Taurus energy, so I'm not feeling too sad about this. This is telling me right now that you're getting back to feeling more of who you are. You went through some stuff, and a lot of people did, but you're really feeling more the authority, especially when it comes to your thought process and the way that you're outwardly communicating some of those things, which is not necessarily bad. Just make sure that you do things with ease and grace and you're not an asshole. Be nice. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Right? Okay. Now we get into your fire sign. This is your passion, your creativity, and your action. So your fire, the card that we have here is the Five of Pentacles. And what this is indicating is financial and material changes. Now, if you're just coming back to work, then obviously your finances would have been affected until things kind of get resettled. But there is an indication that you should be feeling grateful for all of the current material things that you have right now, because your gratitude, what we think about, what we talk about, your attitude is a reflection. The attitude of gratitude is what you should have for the current things. And I get that it's hard to It's sometimes kind of hard to feel that way, but you really do need to think about it. If you still have a roof over your head, if you still have food to eat, if you still have a vehicle, I mean, to get to work and all those other things, those things really are important for you to give gratitude for. When financial changes happen, and they always will happen, there's going to be ups and downs, and for all people, regardless of the situation, grab a hold of your gratitude for what you currently have, okay? Now let's move forward into your earth area. Let's talk about where you're at. Realistically, we have some third eye chakra that's popping off for you. And it is going to allow you to be, you're going to see more of the recognition and the reward that's coming. So we have the Three of Pentacles here. So the Three of Pentacles, talking about recognition and reward, also talks about collaboration. It talks about building something. It can, building something from rebuilding something, okay, coming up with a new structure, but having the option to have your third eye chakra more developed will allow you to see kind of the things around you, especially if you're an empath. I'm just feeling that I need to say that for somebody. It's going to start to open up a little bit more, and when you start to see more, you're going to be able to not only recognize other people, but you're going to be recognized and rewarded, because your ability to see past beyond the bullshit's the word that I want to use here. It's going to help you, because you're going to sidestep some landmines in a sense, okay? Now let's go across here and let's talk about what we see in our water element. Our water element, you got the mama of the water element here, right? You actually have Temperance. This card is titled Patience. Patience. I mean, there isn't anything else that you can say about that. The universe is trying to say you need to be patient with some things. Now, I am going to say this. There was another sign that got this too. 555, 14 patience card reduces down to 5 does mean that there's going to be a little bit of challenge with finance, but what's happening is the universe is clearing it out, the old stuff, so that you can come back in. What I find interesting about that, though, and we'll do clarifiers, but what was going on with you in the past that's carrying over was the beginning of prosperity. Now, prosperity doesn't always have to just mean money. Prosperity can be lots of different things. Abundance can mean lots of different things. More time with your kids, especially if you were off work, then you're obviously you had a lot more prosperity and things like that that were coming over. So that's going to affect a couple of different things. It's abundance of your health. It's abundance of like spending time with other people, or time with yourself, or hanging out with buds, or going out for whatever the case may be, right? Prosperity does not just mean the change in your pocket. So what I'm trying to ultimately say is that prosperity is coming into the month of July with you, okay? It's carrying over. And I think you already know that. So prosperity coming in, your passion being ignited again, 1-1 on the ground, 11 for people that are seeing at the beginning of the new gates. A lot of people are going to start to wake up now at this particular moment, if you haven't already gotten to that point. Now, I do want to go across here to say that what we show in this particular card for the future is the 5 of Cups, which is in this card titled Emotional Loss. Okay, so emotional loss. Why did those emotional losses happen? They happen because we're sad that something, we're upset that we didn't take action before, so we have regret and we have sadness about that. We're upset that things have shifted so much, or that things are going to change, or that moving for. I mean, there's just you're having a pity party. You don't necessarily have to stay in that pity party, but it does mean that you're recognizing that, like I said, in the traditional card where you've got the 3 cards, or the 3 cups that have spilt over, but you've got 2 solid cups that are behind you. So if other changes are happening, and here's what I got to tell you, I'm feeling that these 2 cups here really have something to do with this spiritual union, okay? And if it's not a partnership in business or something like that, it is an actual love partner, and you have an apology that needs to come out of your mouth because you were the jack-a-hole, then you might want to go ahead and just, say your I'm sorries and allow that to propel you into the upcoming months. So because you don't want to go into any new month with any leftover baggage, you're starting this month with prosperity beginning. There is an opportunity for recognition. If you are the authority, or you're feeling that you need to be the authority, and I'm only speaking to, I think, maybe a couple of people here because it's not that strong, but it's strong enough because it's a major card here. you need to just kind of bring it down a level if you're feeling a little too aggressive in that energy in your thought process. The fact that you are moving on and that's something that is a strength for you right now is great. So let that be the main thing, okay? And be patient, because all the things that you need to have are actually here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the first oracle just to kind of see what we've got. So the Oracle of the Fairies is talking about moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you are feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm your emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. No, it's no joke that we're actually getting ready to hit this last eclipse full moon here on the 4th of July. So if you're feeling emotional, if you are a moon gazer, if you do moon work, moon energy work, those different types of things, let the moon caress you, okay? Take advantage of it if you possibly can. And even people that don't necessarily feel the spiritual component of the moon, use the Earth's moon, the Earth's gravity with the moon in order to try to help you feel into your energy. There's nothing wrong with having your feels, but like I said, balance and patience is what Temperance talks about, and you're being asked to be a little bit patient. I think that it is perfect. I think this is perfect. There's a whole heck of a lot going on here, and being asked to bring it down a level. So the moon energy coming in to kind of support this card is really what I'm feeling is the right thing. Now let's talk about what the dragons have to say. Water dragon. The water dragon helps you to flow easily around obstacles, okay? Christ light and love are flowing. Develop your psychic abilities and go with the flow. So abso-freaking-lutely, this is spot bang on as far as I'm concerned. The other thing I want to say about emotional loss, and I love all these pieces together here, is that when you graduate, in a sense, in the spiritual progression, ascension, you will sometimes feel, even though you're graduating to something different, it's possible that you could feel sad for what it is that you're leaving behind. The old thought processes, old parts of you that no longer belong to you. It is possible to feel that you are feeling grief about having to let some of that stuff go, especially since Pluto is in retrograde right now too. All this culminates. There's a reason we bring these things up. You're being asked to purge your old habits and addictions and declutter your life. So if you really are hanging on to something and you feel like you have to give it away, then there's an appreciation for me for saying that, you know, you might feel a little bit of sadness about it. But at the end of the day, it's for your best and highest good. Okay? So I will say that. Now I'm going to be nosy and we're going to go on with the clarifier here. Okay, we're going to hit each clarifier. We're going to hit each card. Let's just see which one wants to pop up first. I first want to start with this, the weaknesses or the hidden influences. Okay, again, sacral chakra coming up with spiritual union or spiritual partner, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, business partner. Something is not quite right. I feel like there's a mark that's missed here. Let's find out what we can do about strengthening this spiritual union. And again, if you're not coupled up with someone and you don't have a business partner, that situation, this absolutely is you spiritually coming into your own. This is you and your higher self kind of hanging out and receiving that information, okay? All right, so let's find out what's going on. How can our Taurus help their spiritual union in the month of July? What advice? There it is. Ooh, we got a couple. Well, hey, we got the Queen of Cups. You got the Queen of Cups and you have the Six of Cups. Okay. All right. Six of Cups is 6. I'm just taking a look at the numbers here that I got. All right. Six of Cups very often is talking about, from a spiritual perspective, I'm going to start there. From a spiritual perspective, the Six of Cups can be your past life coming in dreams, loved ones coming to you in dreams. It can also be just you thinking about older aspects of yourself from childhood that actually are coming up. Usually you should be thinking of those things in a very positive mindset. And if you didn't really have a best childhood, and a lot of us didn't, but if you didn't have the best childhood that's out there, the Queen of Cups is here to help guide you through that. This is just like the moon energy here. This is just like the Temperance coming through to like really help you be kind and gentle and in your feels. I think especially for males, and I'm just putting it out there, or I should say masculine energy. I'll just say masculine energy. You don't always feel like you can stop for a moment and recognize that you are part of the divine feminine too. Masculine and feminine, it's what makes everybody up, right? Sometimes you need to stop being so much of the big hairy boss over here, okay? And you need to allow yourself to be vulnerable, and you need to allow yourself to cry, and you need to allow yourself to get past some of those different things. But what I'm very strongly being told here is that this absolutely is exactly what needs to happen for some of you Taurus. And even if you are a feminine individual and you happen to be in an authority position, when it comes to how you communicate with people, in order for you to balance that, you've got to balance your emotions in with that major arcana with the authority piece that comes in, okay? You can get a lot of strong father energy. You can get a lot of structure. You can get a lot of just, but to me, this one is a little bit more about aggressive when it's coming to your thoughts and how you're trying to think about what it is that you're trying to say to people. You need to temper that, is basically the warning that you're being given here. This is how you can fix this particular situation. The other way that you can read this Queen of Cups is that one of you has a relationship with someone that is a water sign, especially because it's the Queen that's showing up. But at the end of the day, what it does mean is that you do need to be able to feel the feels, and you need to take advantage of any water element that is going to help support you. So, try to work on your sacral chakra for your creativity, and then allow that creativity to flow. Okay, let's go ahead and hit. I really want to know what is going on with this authority figure. I want to know what's going on with air for Taurus. I really want to know what's going on with air for Taurus. Why is the Emperor here? Oh, there we go. 5 of Swords. Okay. So yeah, so the 5 of Swords is that you're not happy right now, or there was something that was going on that you're carrying through that you feel like, why are you so pissed off right now? This is meanness. You're mad. Why are you mad? Why do you feel like you have to like defend yourself so hard that you would just be willing to go hardcore on somebody? I'm going to shuffle that again. Why is the 5 of Swords coupled with the Emperor here for our Taurus? What is going on? 5 of Swords is picking your battles with ease and grace, right? You might win whatever the heck battle is going on, but at what cost are you winning that battle? You don't have to be a jackal. I mean, say what you got to say. It's both of those. All right. Say what you need to say, but I mean, can you do it with some kindness? Well, apparently not. So the reason I say that is because there is a potential that you have, you're upset about really what's going on here. So you've got the Ace of Swords, which is, let's envision this Emperor wielding this Ace of Swords now. Whatever the frick he wants done is going to get done, and he doesn't necessarily give a shit, right? He's like Honey Badger. He doesn't give a shit, but you should give a shit, because your Queen of Coins, your stability, whether you're male or female, we're going to use this as you, Taurus, it will be affected if you can't watch your tongue. So watch your mouth. I mean, I'm sorry. That's just the easiest way for me to say it. The aces are beautiful pieces of clarity. They really, really are. If you wield it properly, you just have to be kind. And I think that's why Temperance is here. It's like, let's balance this out. You're going to come across some stuff that's going to be in your face. You've been given the Ace of Swords in order to try to utilize the best part of what you can out of that so that it doesn't affect your stability. And I think that's just the best thing to be said about that. So having said that, let's talk about why is the 6 of Swords here in the Strengths position. Someone at work is pissing you off. That's exactly what's up. Are you moving? Are you going to get a new job? You got the passion now to move on to something? Let's figure this out. No, it's definitely, yeah, they said all of them. Okay. Yes, queen or king. Moving on so that you can be more stable with your Four of Coins. With the Page of Swords. Okay, so the Page is here to offer you the support that you need. And then you've got the Nine of Wands. I love this. Okay, so now I'm happy for you. Spiritually, I have to cover all the bases. Spiritually, the Four of Coins is saying that you're moving on, or you will be moving on within this month, potentially into something that's going to be more work oriented. Okay. And that's great, because if something here is upsetting you, then why do you want to stay somewhere that's upsetting you? You don't want to do that. The Page of Swords is coming, offering you swift action and swift support with doing that. And the Nine of Wands is showing up to say you really do have the strength to do this. You have the capacity of letting those two paths and those past things that have happened before, okay, on either side of you, not stop you. You can move forward now because you've done all these things. You've been there, you've done that, all right? You've done all those things. Now you can creatively put up that boundary that you need to have. That's a safe boundary for you, but you can move forward with strength and conviction. So I'm very happy to see that that one came out. Now let's hit this Five of Pentacles real quick. We've got passion in our money because we've got the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you are at a point where you've done like literally everything that you can do in your particular position. If this is a job or a particular situation or particular relationship, it is time for you to move forward financially. And if something is not, how do I say this? I've got so much to say. There's nothing wrong with being passionate about trying to move forward. And the reason I like this is because I do see the progression from the 4 to the 5. So the Eight of Swords, it's Eight of Cups, is saying that you've done everything that you can do with where you're at, and it's okay. And that could lead to the fact, I mean, how long have you been on your job, or how long have you been with that partner, or how long have you, you know what I'm saying? Like there's reasons why we have emotional loss. You just don't have to stay there when it comes into it. You've got a whole another, month, got to get through this month to figure out what's going on. Why are we being asked to be so patient right now? Why is Temperance here for our Aries in the month of July? Besides making sure we're calming down the Emperor. Oh, there she is. Ooh, yeah, we got the Page of Wands. Now, here's what's interesting. We got the Page of Wands in reverse. But you personally are feeling that in your present moment, you've got passion ignited. I think that's your idea about knowing that you're getting ready to move forward. Can I get a clarifier for that? Ooh, the Devil. Yes. So self-imposed limitations. Capricorn, major Capricorn energy here. Self-imposed limitations. But what the Devil is trying to tell you is that you can remove the ties at any time, because even though it's in the vicinity, it's not really holding you there. It's kind of like the Eight of Swords in a sense, except that this is a bond with an organization, a person, or a substance. Okay, so I think it's time. Somebody's moving. Someone is changing jobs, and congratulations, because it looks like it was kind of janky. This is where you're trying to get your prosperity to go. This is the energy that the universe is propelling you for. It happens on the universe's time, y'all, not ours, okay? They will support you when things are lined up. That's the other thing that happens with financial and material changes, is that when a traditional card you see, the two folks in the street, Six of Swords, yeah, you're moving forward. I wanted another clarifier. Six of Swords, you're moving forward. You couldn't do anything else at that job. Let's find out about this recognition and reward. I totally forgot what I was just saying. What was I saying? Oh, the Five of Pentacles in the traditional deck shows the two people out in the cold. We assume in front of a big church. But sometimes those pentacles that are on the wall with people that are feeling as though they're going through it is really the universe trying to do something in the background that you're not aware of. Recognition and reward coming up with your third eye chakra being more developed and becoming more aware into your senses is going to happen. You're aware of some stuff that's going on. You're going to be enlivened and enlightened a little bit more, especially empath. You're going to get more information. You're going to be in a position to have some recognition and reward where it looks like there was this Nine of Cups moment where it wasn't necessarily ready for you in the past to take advantage of being completely satiated. One more. You couldn't see. Oh, I get it. This one is supposed to go here, they said. So the third eye chakra, the reason why the third eye chakra was there was because you weren't seeing the blessings that you had before. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. And then the recognition and reward. Ooh, the Emperor in reverse. Yes. So I love it. I'm sorry. The Emperor in reverse. So you will be seeing, you will have recognition and reward because the Emperor is no longer controlling you. I freaking love that. Okay, let's get to this 5 of Cups here. Excuse me while I take a sip of water. Sorry. Okay. 5 of Cups in our future. What else do we need to know about that? Please. Whoop! It's both of them. Okay, we'll take them. Oh, there's going to be celebration. This situation is going to turn around if you will listen to Spirit. You have the 2 of Cups. And then you've got the 3 of Cups. So this definitely had to do with some changes going on in your relationship, but there's celebration that's potentially here for you before the end of the month. You do not have to carry the emotional loss. Now, I do think it's interesting you got the 2 and the 3, which is the 5. So there's a mix of a couple of different things here. And it makes sense because your work life, business life, all revolves around and merges in with your home life. All those things can happen. So if you're feeling pissed off at work and other things like that, you're not going to be satisfying someone, your partner at home when it comes to that level. Or there's some emotionality that you're not sharing with your partner that is kind of stifling you a little bit and you need to just not do that. We're going to pull one more card for this emotional loss. And then we're going to go into our last 2 oracles, okay? Top this off for you. Overall, this is not bad. It just means that you've gone through a lot and you're getting ready to finish off something. Look at frickin' this. All right, so we have the Knight of the bottom of the deck here on this clarifier. Like I said, someone's gonna not necessarily be providing you with the best level of detail that's coming through with this Knight of Wands, but the end of the month for you financially does mean that the 2 of Coins is here. So basically you just kind of have to balance where your structure is, your realistic, your physical things. If you don't have to have it, I hate to tell people not to shop, but the fact that it's also sitting here in firm foundation is 4 of Pentacles as well. Your firm foundation, you have the things that you need at this particular moment. You're being asked to go in and start seeing more from a spiritual perspective so that you can start doing more. And it's going to take time for the universe to finish making that curve. But the 2 of Coins does also indicate that you came out of some troubled waters, balancing stuff out. So it does look like at the end of the day, things are going to turn out in your favor. Now, let's go ahead and hit this last oracle that I pulled up. This is the this is the Rebel deck. I didn't see this before. It says, be fucking grateful. Shit could be so much worse. Hello. Attitude of gratitude. Take stock of what you currently have. Okay? And the more gracious and the more positive affirmations you bring forth with, I'm grateful for my home, I'm grateful for my car, I'm grateful for my food, I'm grateful for my clothes, I'm grateful for, but truly mean it, then more of those things will come to be in your area. That is exactly why this Ace of Swords presented itself. Be mindful, Emperor energy, of what it is that you're bringing forth, and the universe is telling you to do that. I am being told to pull another couple of cards, so I'm going to do that quick. We're going to go in with Sacred Geometry card for our Taurus. Ah! It's supposed to be that one there. And this card is called Fulfillment. And this one is basically talking about connection to the all. So I want you to think about yourself, Earth sign, okay? Everything in this universe is connected. You can't get away from the connection, and you're going to be you're going to be opened up to a point where that's going to happen for you. You're going to be able to see some things that you weren't necessarily aware of before. Connection to the all. Please go within for yourself and take advantage of doing higher spiritual work, okay? If you like to go to church, go to church. If you go to mosque, if you go to temple, whatever the case may be, get a little bit more here at your feels, because the universe actually works on your emotion more so than anything else. So you have the chance to really connect with all of this emotion that's on the table when you do that. And I am also being told to pull an angel card for you. So we're going to pull an angel card for you. If you would like to call on the energy of the water dragon, then just do that. But it will help you to flow through around obstacles. Moon energy. Just allow yourself to roll with it, man. Allow yourself to roll with it. Ebb and flow. But what angel? All right, that was fast. Oh my God. Archangel Zapkiel. Is there another? Archangel Zapkiel is talking about romance. That's that sacral chakra, y'all. Okay? That's the sacral chakra. Romance your damn self if you have to. Yes, there is another one. Raziel, intuition. So, my biggest suggestion to you is that you recognize... Oh, here we go. This is the one that goes with this one. Archangel Zapkiel will help you with romance if you call on him. Okay? He will help you with the romance with a partner, but also he can help you realize how you can use your emotionality and then romance yourself. Okay? Because self-care is so important. You can't give to somebody else if your cup is empty. So you have to do that. And then Archangel Raziel is here talking about intuition. And I don't know if you can clearly see it, but your chakras, like I said, when your third eye starts to pop off here, many of your other chakras will have had to have been cleared. So clearing of the sacral chakra, making sure that you're staying grounded, will help to allow these things to continue to happen. But you can call on Archangel Raziel if you are having concerns with your intuition and helping you receive clarity in an area that you need to receive clarity in. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that this finds you well and it was helpful. If you did like it, please make sure that you give me a like, comment. I'm always interested in receiving comments from people. If you think that maybe someone else could benefit from seeing this, you can go ahead and share it. If you're a cross watcher, I encourage you to subscribe so that you can make sure that you can get the other signs that make up all of who you are. Make sure that it's a continuing component with something. Usually one or two pieces and a couple of different reads are really more of the action statements that would be more for you. Obviously, this is general, so it's not going to resonate with 100% of people, and I'm totally fine with that. Otherwise, that is what I have for you. Enjoy this full moon eclipse. I hope that you get everything out of it that you need to, and it does look like I said at the end of the month, you're going to turn into having some great opportunities and just kind of rebalance and just kind of shift a little bit. So just take it with ease and grace. Just ebb and flow with it. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.